everyone, this is Sharo, and in this video we're gonna go over how I got ripped in 30 days. Okay, let's get started. So, I hope you're doing great. My name is Sharo, and I'm a personal trainer and an online coach, and I more specifically talk about losing fat and how to get like the aesthetically pleasing, like lean body, male body. Okay, so this is me on the left 30 days ago, and this is me on the right now, as of right now. So let's go over the 3 tips I have for you to achieve the same results. Okay, let me give you a couple of disclaimers first. Okay, I was already lean on the picture on the left, and I lost about 5 pounds to get like chiseled. You might need to lose more, so don't expect the exact same results. I'll just give you some tips. I'll tell you what I did, what worked for me, and maybe it can help you and benefit you as well. Okay, that's disclaimer number 1. And disclaimer number 2 is that I'm not always like that. I'm not always like lean with a 6-pack, like full 6-pack, and like there are a lot of factors like lighting, and every day is different for the body. Like our bodies are like our psychology. Like sometimes you have your ups, sometimes you have your downs, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. It's the same thing with your body. Sometimes you look a little bit fluffier, and sometimes you look a little bit leaner. Okay, I don't walk around like that. I just say these things just to have some realistic goals, because every time you go on Instagram, on YouTube, like there's huge people that are 3% body fat, and like they screw with your mind. And also, if you decide to work with me, I don't want you to like have unrealistic goals, because I really get turned off by this, and we will not work together. Okay, so it's important for you to have realistic goals. So let's get over the 3 tips. Tip number 1 is intermittent fasting. So I've been doing intermittent fasting for like 6 to 7 years. The first time I tried it, I did have some results. Then I got more knowledgeable, and I became better at fitness and stuff. So I did intermittent fasting again, and I had even better results. So, and then the third time I did intermittent fasting was like the time that I got my full 6-pack. So this was like 4 to 5 years ago, and since then I've been on and off doing intermittent fasting. Like I'm not doing it always, and when I stopped doing it because I've already got lean and I wanna eat breakfast, simple as that, I start forgetting how effective intermittent fasting is, and I say things like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just a tool in your arsenal." Blah blah blah, and when I do intermittent fasting, I just get blown away of how effective it is. Like it's super effective. Okay, it's not just a tool in your arsenal. It's like the easiest way to get lean. Okay, and let me tell you why. Well, let's say you go to work. Okay, you show up to work, and people like have their birthdays and stuff, and they bring cake and treats, and like this friend from like brought like an ethnic food from his country, and this other guy like bought this new hot spicy thing from like this new place that opened up. Okay, and they offer you food, and because yes, you're on that, but sometimes you eat, sometimes you don't eat. Like you might think you start thinking like, was I like on spot with my diet like the past day? If yes, maybe I can have a treat. And will I go work out today? Yeah, okay, maybe I'll have a treat. And yeah, I'll have this treat, but then in the afternoon I'll go like for running for 1 hour. Like we do these negotiations in our mind every time they offer us food, and sometimes we say yes, sometimes we say no. So the people that are like our colleagues that are giving us food, they don't know if we want food or we don't want, so they offer us food every time, right? Now with intermittent fasting, it's like clear cut no. Every time they offer you food, you just say no. So what's the benefit of that? They stop asking. So you stop thinking about it. The more you think about it, the more likely you are to eat, okay? The less they ask you, the more likely it is for you to like stick to your diet. So if you say, I'm fasting, no thanks, no thanks. Like after a couple of days, everybody stops asking you and offering you food. So it's very, very beneficial. And I can go over like the whole like routine. Like you wake up, you have coffee, like black coffee, or if you quit coffee, you can have like green tea or black tea or something like that. Then during the day, you just drink plenty of water. Every time you get hungry, you drink water, or you drink another cup of coffee or tea or green tea or black tea. And then when you're home, like let's say you go to work, then you return home at 1600 or 1700, like that's the time you're having your first meal, so you can have up to 1000 calories. And at night you have your last meal, which is your second meal, another 1000 calories. And in the betweens you might have a snack, so that's 200 to 300 calories. So that's like 2300 calories in total. So it makes it super easy to like stick to your calories and be in a deficit and start losing fat. And you're also very full because you've been eating throughout the half of the day a lot, right? So it's very interesting. It tricks your brain, like you don't even feel like you're dieting. So if you want to learn more, I have a video down. You can click the link below, and also like you can even book a call with me and talk to me and see if I can help. Okay, so, I can't go into all the details, like for that you have to check the video below, but here I just gave you like a summary of what intermittent fasting is. So tip number 1 is intermittent fasting. Okay, let's go over the tip number 2, which is I stopped BSing. Okay, I stopped BSing myself. So you can take a horse, take it to the water, but you can't make it drink water, right? There's this saying. So the same applies to us. People always ask me, is there a way for me to lose the weight without, but I don't have too much time. Yeah, I want to lose the weight, but I'm too hungry. I can't stop eating. I need to lose weight, but I'm broke, or I don't have money, right? And yes, there are plenty of ways to like get lean without being super hungry, without giving up some your favorite foods, without spending too much time, without, right? But at the end of the day, you have to stop BSing yourself and actually do the work, okay? Yes, there are ways to get around the problems, but at the end of the day, you have to get serious, okay? Think about the story of Adam and Eve. Like, God told Adam, he said, you can have every food in this garden, but this apple. What did Adam do? He ate the damn apple, okay? So, yes, you can, you can lose the weight and do this and do that and do this and do that, but at the end of the day, you have to be disciplined. Like the example of the apple is like, it shows how undisciplined was Adam. So, yes, there's an easier way probably of what, and you can make it easier, but at the end of the day, you have to be disciplined. Okay, so tip number 2 is more of a like mindset thing. Just get real, get serious, and just do the work. Okay, and stop BSing and stop trying to find like the magic solution. Okay. Now let's go over the tip number 3, which is pick a deadline. Okay, very important. Pick a deadline. It really helped me one day when I like had some photo shoot, and I just like, it wasn't like, a friend of me called me and asked me if I can like be featured in their local magazine. Okay, and I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. When's that? In 2 weeks. Oh, in 2 weeks? Okay, I'm a bit fluffy, but I guess I'll make it. You know what I did in these 2 weeks? I was a soldier. I was super disciplined. It wasn't even a question to not stick to my diet. Why? Because think about how embarrassing it would be, like me, the Mr. Fit guy, to show up fluffy to this like photo shoot, right? And the same thing applies to you. When you have a deadline, like it makes it so much easier to achieve the desired outcome. Okay, that's the reason people manage to lose the weight or are get in the best shape of their lives for their wedding. Why? Because their wedding is important and they want to show up good for their wedding. And like there's a strict deadline. Everybody expects this wedding. Everybody will go to this wedding. Everybody will see you if you're if you're fat still or not. Okay, so it really helps. It really helps. So pick a deadline. So let's go over the 3 tips again. 1, intermittent fasting. For more info, check the link below. 2, stop BSing yourself. Get serious. Do the work. 3, pick a deadline, and it'll force you to do the work. Okay. So these are my 3 tips. I hope you really enjoyed it. I see you on the next one. Peace out.